Hi, I'm Bailey Rife, and I'm here with my partner Katie Cooper to deliver our 10-minute newscast for Anthropology 104. We covered the controversial topic of technology use with children. I covered the more negative side because the people that I interviewed had more negative views, and I can see where they're coming from. I agree with most of their statements that they made. Most people that I interviewed agreed that children's use of technology can be good, but only up to a certain point. I interviewed upperclassman Ty Beisner, and he said that he experiences this firsthand with his younger brother, who is only 9 years old. When he spends time with his little brother, he said that he's constantly using technology, and it affects the way that he lives. He likes to constantly be on a device, either Xbox or on his phone. So at this point, he says it's addictive. It causes focus problems as well. When I interviewed my 4 interviewees, they all stated that they believe focus problems come with the overuse of technology. It is easier for children to become addicted to these devices because they are so impressionable at their young age. Everyone uses technology now these days, and they see their parents, their older siblings using it, and they get the idea in their mind that they should also be using it as much as they are. However, it causes more problems with them as they become reliant on that. Everyone has adapted to living around technology. However, we should be living in the now. Technology has its benefits, but for children, it's good to limit their use so that way they don't have the focus issues or problems with their self-esteem. It's important to find a good balance. And now to Katie for the more positive benefits of children and their use of technology.
Hello, my name is Katie Cooper, and I am the second reporter along with Bailey Rife for the controversial topic of technology use in children in ages 4 and younger. For my first interviewee, it was an upperclassman, and her name was Liz. And she agreed that there are many pros to technology, along with education in adolescence and childhood. However, there are definitely real-life applications of instances where technology has hindered children's social skills. And she also brought up a very good point about the receptors in our brain. When we use technology, they instantly go off, and that causes a hindrance in real life when they might do where a child might do something as simple as throwing a ball, and they won't receive that same satisfaction that they get as when they get to the next level in a video game on the iPad. The second person I interviewed was my French teacher, and she was actually very educated on all of this because she has a 2.5-year-old daughter. And so she often referred back to the AAP, which is the American Association of Pediatrics. And they recommend absolutely no screen time for children 2 and younger. And she told me that. She also told me that she really notices a difference in her daughter's mood when she allows her to use screens for, a movie or, a somewhat longer block of time. But really she said that limiting screens and TV as much as possible, but as we all know, technology use is unavoidable. And so, too much is not good, but we have to do everything we can to try and promote a happy medium. You know what? Because moderation is the key to life. The other person I interviewed is Maggie, and she works at the Catholic Newman Center. And, she kind of was indifferent because she felt poorly about, speaking on how other people choose to raise their kids, which, that's not my place either. But she also mentioned that, technology is unavoidable as well, but we also need, to use toys, real life interactions, images, not just only receiving satisfaction and feedback from a screen. She also pointed out how she disliked going to restaurants. Very common for her to go to restaurants and see children on their iPads while, they're with their earbuds in, while their mom or dad or both are sitting right there across from them, and they aren't even comfortable enough socially to engage in conversation with their parents. So it makes you wonder how they'd be prepared, for school, because, elementary school can be intimidating. And the last person I interviewed was a part of the Student Activities Board, and he was actually the one person that stuck out to me. And his same as Matt, like I said, and he doesn't think that, the amount of technology use has really changed. He thinks that technology now is just a lot more visual. He argued that a pen or a pencil could be seen as technology. He argued that technology connects us in multiple ways that were never possible before, makes us all more social. He gave an example that, he doesn't get to see his grandmother very often, and getting to FaceTime her makes all the difference in the world to him, So it was very interesting.